What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about 3 simple steps to follow before buying a property here in Spain. So maybe you are in a situation right now where you are considering relocating to Spain, buying a vacation home here in Spain, or even an investment property. So in today's video I'm going to share 3 important but simple and easy steps to follow and things you need to consider and have in mind before choosing the right property for you. First step is to define what you want. So here in Spain we have different types of properties. We have apartments, we have bungalows, townhouse and villas. So an apartment is basically a standard apartment in an apartment building. It can be a middle floor, it can have a balcony, maybe it doesn't, maybe it has, but that is not the main thing about an apartment. An apartment itself is normally the property within an apartment building and is most common for bigger cities or Spanish towns. And then the apartment building normally have 3 floors or more. That is the typical for apartments, and that is also a classic one for investments. It can be good for investment or if you want to live in the city center. And then we have the bungalows, which is consisting of in total 2 floors. So the complex is the ground floor apartment and then the top floor apartment with private roof terrace. And then the ground floor of course have a bigger balcony and normally a garden. So you can choose between a ground floor apartment with big garden all on the ground floor, or choose to go up 1 stair and then you have the upstairs top floor apartment, normally with roof terrace as well. And you normally also have quite a good views from the balcony depending on the areas. And from the bungalows, normally the top floor costs a little bit more than the ground floor. The benefits of the ground floor apartment is that you don't have any stairs. So if you might have difficulties or don't want to go up the stairs, maybe you have little kids, maybe you are retired and do not want to have stairs at this point, the ground floor apartment bungalow is the ideal choice for you because you have the garden just outside of it, which is very ideal. Again, it's all about preferences. In the top floor you can have a nice barbecue parties on the roof terrace and you have a better views. And then we have the townhouses, which means you have the ground floor and you have the middle floor and maybe even a roof terrace, so you have the whole part of it. So you come into the ground floor, that's the ground floor of the property. That's normally where the living room and the kitchen is. You can also have a garden outside. You step up to the 2nd floor, normally where the bedrooms is, and then maybe even a roof terrace. The townhouse is normally more spacious than an apartment and a bungalow, and also a bungalow normally is more spacious than the apartment. The townhouse normally have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, or maybe 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, all depending on where you buy them. The townhouse and the bungalow normally are on the outskirt of the city or the outskirt of a town. So it's basically more in a nice and quiet area, perfect for relaxation, good for families or people who want a more laid back and relaxed lifestyle. Then at the end we have the villas. That is a detached house. Then you have the whole plot. You have normally a spacious, nice plot. You have a garden, also a private swimming pool. The villas can be on 1 floor, 2 floor or even more, and normally also a private roof terrace. A type of villa that is very convenient is a ground floor villa plus a roof terrace, because then you have everything you need in the ground floor. You don't need to go upstairs unless you want to go up to the roof terrace. It's easy and very convenient also to clean the property, and then you just walk out and then there you have a private swimming pool. The villas are normally located outside of a city or in a more relaxed area. The price range is villas are most expensive, then you have the townhouse, bungalow and an apartment. So it all depends on what you are looking for. If you want to have a busy lifestyle in the city center, also easy to rent them out, or if you want to have a more casual and laid-back lifestyle, then you can have a bungalow, townhouse or a villa with a private swimming pool. And then of course it's also important to pick the right location for the property. So depending on if you want a busy city lifestyle and have everything at the tip of your doorstep, then an apartment in the city center is a good option. You have places like Valencia Alicante, Malaga, Murcia, Marbella. They are all cities where you have everything outside of your doorstep. Easy to rent them out, prices are increasingly steady, very good as an investment and very good if you want that busy city lifestyle. If you want a more laid back and relaxed lifestyle, then you can have a bungalow, townhouse or a villa with a private swimming pool. Perfect for relaxation and disconnecting if you maybe are living in a big city right now in your home country and want just a second home here in sunny Spain. Then I would definitely recommend this to live in a bit of the outskirts and have just a very nice relaxed lifestyle and enjoy the sun. Step number 2 is to view properties the smart way. So how many viewings should you go on before you buy the right property? So normally I recommend going on 5 to 10 viewings and see different type of property before you actually buy the property. This is because it's easy to just buy the first and best one you see, just to regret later down the road. So it's very good if you contact a real estate agent to ask them to show you a few different properties, few different areas and also different type of properties. So maybe have a look at an apartment, look at a bungalow, look at a townhouse or even a villa if it all fits within your budget. Get a feeling from the place, the different areas, and then it's a lot easier and you can do the decision with a lot more confidence. And there are also some different things you should be looking at while on the viewing. It's always important to look on the orientation of the property, especially the orientation of the balcony, because keep in mind that if you buy a south-facing property, which is the most popular one to buy here in Spain, then you will get sun throughout the whole day, which is the reason for most people buying property in Spain in the first place. They come to relax and enjoy the Spanish lifestyle and to be sitting in the sun and do some sunbathing. If you buy a east-facing property, you will get sun on the morning, and if you buy a west-facing property, you will get that nice afternoon sun, and north-facing, you normally don't get sun at all. So that is very nice for summer days, of course, which is hot and you want to be sitting and relaxing in the shade. You also want to be looking at the condition of the properties, ask a little bit around if they did some plumbing work, electricity work or stuff like that, the general condition of the property. So you know if you need to do some renovations down the road or if it's low maintenance property. So once you have found a property you really like, I really recommend visiting the property at different times of the day. Go and visit it in the morning, get a feel from how the morning sun is hitting the property, if it's a bright property, and how the sun is shining on the balcony, get a feeling for it. And then also visit it on the evening to get a feeling from how the area and the neighborhood is at the evening when people come home from work, what type of people do actually live there, and how is the street outside on the evening. Because you don't want to buy a property because it looked nice on the morning, just to find out later that it's a dodgy area and that dodgy people are living all around the place. So it's good, I totally recommend that. So you definitely don't need to visit 30 homes before making a decision. Visiting 5, 6, 7 or maybe 10 properties and asking the agent for the right type of question is normally what you need to do before making a decision. And very quickly, before we continue with the video, if you are enjoying the video and are getting a lot of value from it, consider subscribing to the channel and hit the video a thumbs up. It really helps it out. And also, if you are serious about buying property in Spain, feel free to schedule a free consultation call with me by clicking the link in the description down below. We will go through step by step and give you expert advice depending on your situation. I've been working with properties in Spain for nearly a decade, got loads of experience, and I've been buying and selling properties myself for many years. So if you are serious, schedule a free consultation call with me by clicking the link down below. Now let's continue to the final step. The final step is to get all the documents in order before purchasing the property. It's a step now I've been talking about before, but I will say it again because it's crucial. It's getting the NIE number, opening a bank account, hire a lawyer that looks for your interest and not the seller's interest, and stuff like that. And also keep in mind the financial planning of the property. Are you going to take a mortgage? Are you going to take it in your country or in Spain? I had just released a video I will leave it in the description down below. It's exactly how to get a mortgage in Spain. So if you are considering getting a mortgage in Spain, you can definitely do so. Click the video in the link in the description and you will get all the exact step-by-step and requirements for getting a mortgage in Spain. It's a very good option and it's totally recommendable. Also keep in mind the taxes and the cost related to buying a property, which is depending on where in Spain you are buying a property, but from 5 to 10% of the tax when you are buying the property plus the legal cost. So it's up to 13% depending on where you buy here in Spain. And for new built property, it's always 10% purchase tax, stamp duty. So just keep it in mind. If you're getting a mortgage, it also has some expenses related to getting a mortgage. So just keep it in mind before buying the property so you don't get any unexpected surprises down the road. I also recommend working with a licensed real estate agent here in Spain. They will make sure that you are not going to do any mistakes and they will find the right property for you. Normally they also have in-house lawyers, so that makes the whole process a lot easier, or they can recommend a lawyer for you to use when you are buying the property.